Hello and welcome to Chicken Bros. My name is David Heath.
And I am the official checker of the new things to be checked.
I forgot about that. And yes, we have had this on the books for some time now, and we didn't ever get to it. So here it is: Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius, the movie.
Which started it all, because that came out when we were like 4 or 5, I think.
I was, hang on, what year did it come out? Like 2000? I would have been 3.
I think it was 2002.
No, way sooner than that. At least 2000.
I don't know, man.
I know because apparently my mom told me that I went to see that in the movie theater, and I don't even remember that. I think because I feel like that came out in 2000 or maybe even 1999. But nevertheless, Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius is about, well, Jimmy Neutron, Boy Genius.
Who, like, he's in 5th grade,
Mm-hmm.
but he's like so dang far ahead of everybody. He's got a pretty big melon.
Yeah.
Which might
Huge
account for
noggin.
why he's a, which is why might account for why he's a genius.
And his middle name is Isaac.
James Isaac Neutron. So the movie starts with a military base. Like, okay, we got something on our radar. The general, I guess, is like, commercial flight? No, too fast, sir. One of our own. Airbus has nothing scheduled. We got ourselves a bogey. So then they scramble the jets, and it's like, visual contact, now. 10-year-old kid, his robot dog, his best friend in a homemade rocket, and pilot goes, holy cow pie!
Yeah. A kid making a rocket.
I mean, it's not a very good looking rocket. It looks like a piece of crap.
Well, yeah, but still. The fact that you got airborne.
Hi, nice antiques. Got a blast.
You're not one to say that, James, in such a shoddy rocket.
Hey, I got 6 million gigajoules. Cool, we didn't blow up.
And I like Carl. I just like Carl in general.
Jimmy, I think they want us to pull over.
And I think correct me if I'm wrong, but he made a toaster, a communication device to shoot into space to see if there's other life forms out in there, right?
Yeah, which he explains to his mom when he crashes into the roof of the house. Like,
Right, because he was trying to get the rocket to work again when they tried to go back down, but I think it was screwing up on reentry, wasn't it?
Yeah, like the engine crapped out.
That's what it was, yeah. Sorry, it's
And
been a
it
while
went
since
into
I've seen the intro.
And it went into free fall.
And then Jimmy had one of his popular brain blasts.
Think.
Brain blast! he launched Carl through like a parachute kind of thing.
See you in homeroom.
Okay, Jimmy!
Then, when he crashed into the roof, his dad is in the kitchen. He goes, "Well, the chimney fell off again."
Oh,
Hey,
shoot.
breakfast time to come down.
And of course, like Noah said, Jimmy crashes into the house.
And then his mom gives him a lecture like, "Don't talk to strangers."
Yeah. Because, yeah, and so he gets ready for school, misses the bus.
Seems the perfect time to try the super bubble gum mobile. No, Jimmy, don't try it. It's too soon. Nonsense. I'll give it a test run. So he chews a bubble gum that he invented, and it makes a giant bubble that he bounces around in.
Yeah.
As a kid, I thought it was cool, but now that I'm an adult who's, developed hydrophobia, no. Just no.
And it works all right, but he just didn't look where he was going, and he ran right into a tree.
And it popped.
Yeah.
And his arch nemesis, Cindy Vortex, is like, I guess trees are like the brakes.
Oh, yes, Cindy Vortex.
Who was the smartest kid in school until Jamie came along, because he's so because she's smart, but not...
She's smart for a 5th grader. He's...
For a 5th grader.
He's smart
just
for a
freaking
kid.
genius. Yeah.
And anyone who knows Jimmy Neutron well enough knows that, I mean, there's only a little bit of it in this movie, but there's kind of a love-hate thing there.
Yeah, but...
There's just a tinge of it in this movie, just a tinge.
When the movie came out, no, I didn't catch it.
Oh, there's a little bit of it.
Yeah, that one scene. We'll get to that later.
Yeah. So
then
he finds
school.
Carl hanging from the tree, and they end up going to school late.
Yeah, and then Cindy has this very sexist project that she's presenting on how female dinosaurs are stronger and smarter than male dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And then Jimmy's got to be like, you know what? This isn't part of the dinosaur you discovered. This is part of a dinosaur, of a whole different dinosaur that paleontologists last week found. And she's like, those findings were inconclusive, and you know it, Neutron. And then they talk to their teacher, Miss Fowl, who I swear is part chicken. And then my favorite part of the whole movie, because it's Sheen.
Yeah,
we Ultra-Lord.
We meet Sheen, who's an ultra lord nut.
This version is power fist and nuclear needs isn't rare. Never been seen conditions making him highly collectible. Never been seen, huh? How you know he's even in there?
Pulls it out of the box.
Yeah. She shakes her head.
And we didn't get that as kids.
Yeah, but now as a collector myself, I get that. And it hurts.
Yeah. And,
Hey, Jimmy, you want to see a frog? Huh, looks great, Carl. Thanks. What are you drawing? Fly cycle modifications for Goddard. Second prototype.
So, I'm pretty sure, didn't Carl, show his inhaler?
Yeah.
And I can see!
Yeah, and then Nick walks in.
Yeah,
he's,
Nick.
I guess, the popular guy, but because of the animation
cool
style...
Kid.
Yeah, but because of the animation style of this show, nobody looks attractive or anything.
Yeah, nobody really looks good.
Yeah.
The only one who looks decent is Sheen. And that's saying something.
Yeah, well.
But yeah, Nick is the cool kid, and Cindy
has a crush on.
Yeah. And I think Jimmy tried to show his shrink ray, but
it fizzed because
reasons.
Yeah. Everyone makes fun of him for it because...
Although it does work when he puts it back in his backpack and it zaps Miss Fowl.
Yeah. Now, when that worm popped out of the apple when I was a kid, I thought, wow, it has a big eyeball. Nope. Big mouth full of teeth.
Yeah.
And then when Jimmy, Carl, and Sheen are walking home, and Carl's like, don't feel bad, Jimmy. Some of the greatest scientists of all time turned out complete hopeless failures, too. She's like, well, thank you, Carl. I feel better, I think.
And then I think Nick tells them about Retroland.
Sheen sees a poster for it. Hey, look, Retroland theme park. Check it out.
Meet Ultraland Live.
And then, Carl's like, oh, cool, it's a petting zoo. And then Jimmy's like, look, state-of-the-art bone-whooping gravity rides. And they're like, it's opening night, but we have school tomorrow. Oh, man, our parents aren't going to let us go. Then Nick rolls in. Sneak out, dweebs.
Yeah, because Nick's, bad, but in the new sense of the word meaning good.
You pulled that straight from the show.
I don't care. It's the only way I can word it.
No, Nick. You're bad in the new sense, meaning good.
Yeah. But, he's one of those cool kids that you want to hang out with, but he's a bad influence.
Yeah.
So he offers that they should sneak out, and then...
Yeah. Anybody who matters is gonna be there.
Peer pressure.
And then she's like, well, what do you think, Jimmy? And Jimmy's like, well, Nick's got a point. And he's like, you know what? Butter up your parents and then talk to me tomorrow. We go to Retroland tonight.
Yeah.
And then he flies around town to an Aaron Carter song. That's how you know this movie's dated as fuck.
Woo! Even you just saying Aaron Carter took me back. Ugh.
Right?
And so he goes and makes, what does he make? Diamond necklace or something?
Diamond earrings, a pearl necklace.
Yes, that's right.
Say add a little sand, in you go.
Yeah, and he makes all this to try to butter his mom up. And he's like, will you let me go to Retroland tonight?
Retroland tonight. Nope, it's the school night. Did you just say no? Yes. Yes! No. No. Yes. Yes! Jimmy... But all my friends are going, anybody who matters is gonna be there, Mom. And he tries to find something else to woo her over, but he just activates his jetpack.
Yeah, causing a fire, and then using Goddard as a...
fire hydrant.
Yes. No.
Fire extinguisher. Sorry.
Yes, fire hydrant.
Fire hydrant.
And
I mean, he could have.
Foam goes everywhere, all over his mom, and then he ends up getting grounded.
Yeah. We have told you time and time again about playing with rockets, but Mom, it's not a rocket. It's more of a jetpack type thing. You just climb the stair type things right now. This movie's dialogue.
Yeah. And meanwhile, while that's happening,
it cuts to the satellite toaster.
yes, which is found
by aliens who
what are they called?
basically are Yokians because they look like okay, they're green gooey aliens. They have like exosuits that are kind of egg shaped.
They're kind of dope, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then
like
one pops up to the king,
suits.
voiced by Patrick.
Yeah, Patrick Stewart. That blew my mind when you told me that. I can't believe that was Patrick Stewart. I didn't know because I had already seen X-Men.
By king, it appears to be some sort of alien transmission device.
I love
Tell me, when did it become acceptable to approach my royal throne?
Can I have another?
No, Oobla.
Oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please, oh, please.
I would love that to stop. Oobla was voiced by Martin Short.
It seems like he's either It seems like ever since like the 90s, he's either in shit movies or animated movies.
Yeah, pretty much.
Poor Martin Short.
If he's not starring in a movie with his buddy Steve Martin,
right? Yeah.
Then yeah.
But they find the toaster, and there's a message in there from Jimmy Neutron,
which is like, here's our coordinates. I'm Jimmy. This is God, and these are my parents.
Yeah.
Freeze that image. They look delicious.
Yeah.
La sausage, so then all the aliens, who their ships look like giant rubber chickens, just hightail it to Earth.
Yeah.
Cut back to Jimmy. But Dad, all my friends are going. I know, son. But if all your friends were named Cliff, would you jump off them? No, I don't think you would. You see, Jim James, son. Let me tell you a little something about rockets. Oh, they're big people things, son. You can't go around flying with big, fiery, flying things. That's what rockets are. Rockets are flying things. Well, I'm at the top of this hill. Walks out. Oh, by the way, Mom says you're grounded. Sorry!
And so Jimmy uses his shrink ray to shrink himself and sneak out that way.
Yep. Well, first he calls Carl's like, hey, you get permission? Me neither. You know what? Call Sheen. We're sneaking out.
Yep.
So yeah, then he shrinks himself. And then for some reason, though looking back on it, I don't know why it did this. It cuts to Cindy doing Tai Chi with her buddy Libby. And while she's doing Tai Chi and drinking Purple Flurp, which is a popular soda.
In the Jimmy Neutron universe.
Which, as a kid, I pretended grape soda was.
Yeah, same here.
It's like, break my trunk. Hey, I gotta find that fits my personality. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, here we go. And it's like, what are you doing again? Tai Chi and Purple Flurp. Tai Chi is wellness, relaxes and eliminates the body. Whereas Purple Flurp does like some cool kung fu with it. 98% sugar creates tension and temporary energy and mood swings. I figure if I do them together, I achieve perfect balance. And then she immediately face plants.
Eat shit.
Well, then it cuts to the boys at Retroland.
Yeah, they snuck out and they're now at
It's even
Retroland.
better than poster.
And Sheen immediately goes to the Ultra Lord thing.
Now, counterpart, take this Ultra Mask and lead the fight for justice.
Is this kid with anyone?
Then Carl touches a llama.
I touched the llama!
They go on this cool ride. This is way beyond awesome. And then Nick's like, just think, if you boneheaded dweeb listen to your parents, you'd be in bed riding this monster.
And while this is happening,
Then it cuts to Jimmy's parents, like, according to this, we should encourage you without overindulging him. Okay. What did it say about rockets? Then they hear a commotion outside of their door, and Jimmy's mom goes, "There's somebody in the kitchen." Hugh goes, "Our kitchen?" I didn't hear anything. She makes him go out anyway. Jimmy? He's one of the Yokians. You're not Jimmy. Then he gets beamed up.
Yeah. Then
And then Jimmy's mom gets beamed up.
And every parent in Retroville ends up getting beamed up and taken away.
Yeah, one of them, and I think it was Cindy's dad, based on what I've seen of him in the show,
Right.
was on the toilet when he got beamed up.
Poor guy. And when all the kids wake up the next morning, each of them get a note that says what? They went to Florida or something?
Yeah, dear son slash... Yeah, dear
son slash daughter. I forgot
We've
about
gone
that.
to Florida for an extended vacation. Love your parents. Yeah. Carl goes, did they all go to Florida? Maybe it'd be a juice or something.
I don't digest pulp well. It makes me
bloaty. Carl, you're literally a freaking sphere. You're already bloated.
You're a sphere.
Oh, he is.
Damn it. Oh, so yeah. Then they realize, wait, there's no parents. We can do whatever we want.
Parents!
And so they go ape shit.
Party. Yeah. And honestly, again, as a little kid watching that movie for the first time, I was like, yes, that is exactly what I would do.
Yes. Raid the ice cream stores. Freaking watch all the movies you want. And all that shit.
Let out the cold.
I'm peeing in the shower.
I'm still doing it.
Go.
Yeah, that's a big deal. I do that.
Yeah, I do that too.
I do that.
Yeah. But anything that you enjoy doing, too much of it ends up being bad. And
next day, ooh, hangover.
Well, yeah, it symbolizes a hangover, and they all end up missing their parents.
What a battle! Are there any survivors? Help me!
I don't like that kid who was like, the little kid.
There was like a kid news report, like. It's like how sucky it's been, and this one kid, this poor kid, I feel so bad for him.
I know.
We were gonna see who could eat the most cotton candy, and I won. I love my mommy. And he burps and splits his shirt. And then Jimmy's like bummed out, like we didn't say goodbye, and so
Goddard plays
the recording of last night where his parents
when they thought he was in bed when actually he was in Retroland.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
so they said goodnight, and he notices his mom said, "Good night, Jimmy. Sweet dreams. See you in the morning." He's like, "Hey, wait a sec.
Why did she say that if she wasn't going to be here?"
Hold on, we're going to the lab.
Yeah, and then they realized the note does not match any of their handwriting.
Well, no, duh. It looked like it was typed.
Yeah.
And then, like, the long-range space scanner, it detected something. Oh my gosh! The Earth's been visited by aliens!
And Sue, where does it go from there? Like, that's when they start banding up all the kids?
Yeah, because, first, Jimmy's trying to fix his rocket, and Carl's like, so you, me, and a dog are gonna go fight an alien civilization, right? Oh, but he's a good dog, aren't you, boy? Hey, last time we tried this, Jim, we couldn't even break the atmosphere. I know, but I've modified the rocket, and we should be good to go. It breaks. I can fix that. And then all the kids start mobbing him.
Yeah, because Sheen blabbed.
Hey, Jay, how you doing? I think like, So then he's like, okay, so here's where they are. We gotta, build our fleet of interstellar warships, and we should leave by Friday, and we need snaps. Any questions? So then they go to Retroland and
take
turn
all
the
rides and
into,
make them into rockets. That is so dope.
That would be honest to God, if I had to do that, I would go to Disneyland and I would turn Smuggler's Run into a ship, because that would basically be flying the Millennium Falcon.
Oh, you've made me a jealous bitch.
Of course, if I did that, I have to have 5 other people, because the ride needs 6 people.
I better be your fucking co-pilot.
Of course you would.
But yeah, anyway, the kids take all the rides in Retroland and make rockets out of them, and then they fucking blast off to We're the Kids of America.
Which, again, dates the movie big time.
But was so dope to see.
Oh, it was, I agree.
And they end up breaking the atmosphere.
Yeah, come on.
And then they're in space.
But Carl's wearing, flying a freaking butterfly thing.
Come on, you stupid butterfly!
Carl, you're too low. Hey, G, these fusion reactors need fuel rods? Come on, Sheen, it isn't rocket science. You just gotta... Well, actually, I guess it is rocket science. No fuel rod, Sheen. Okay. Tosses it and explodes.
While they're in space, so I think...
they get hit with a meteor shower.
Well, yeah, but before that, Carl was eating toothpaste. What did he say?
Hey, this astronaut food isn't too bad.
Yeah.
That's toothpaste, Carl.
Oh, minty. Then they get hit with the meteor shower, and then they... What do they
camp
do?
out on a meteor, and
yeah, they camp
Nick
out.
tells them, tells them the story of the Blair Witch. He does. He says, like, the girl from America starts crying, and her nose starts dripping, and they don't have any tissue at all. None. Then they hear strange voices coming from outside, so they leave the tent. Don't leave the tent! Don't leave the tent! Oh yeah, Carl, they leave the tent. And then out of the darkness comes this random kid pops up.
Yeah.
Scares the living crap out of everybody.
Yeah,
that was so choice. You should have seen your faces.
That was a thing I noticed in a lot of cartoons back then, like the cool kid or the bully telling scary stories.
Oh yeah, that. And then Sheen's like, "They really leave the tent, Nick?"
Yeah. And I think the next day they end up finding.
They do, but then there's a scene where they're all like looking up at the sky, and a shooting star strolls by, and Carl like, hey, "We shouldn't have wished on that star, Jim. I miss my folks." Aww. They all say things that they miss about their parents, and then Carl's like, "Before my mom was inducted by aliens, she would rub my tummy and she'd sing, 90, 90, 90." And then Nick's like, "What? Nothing." Yeah. Then the next day they find the alien civilization on Jagers.
Jagers, that's what it's called, yes.
Yes.
And
and Jamie's like, "Whoa, there must be an advanced species millions of years ahead of us." Sheen goes, "Ooh, when I sneeze, it looks like an advanced species too."
Ew.
That's exactly what Cindy and Libby say.
Yeah, ew.
Yeah, and then they
find the parents, but like they got the things hooked up to their heads.
Intruder! Big fire intruder! Then they get captured.
Yeah, and Goddard gets caged away for experimentation.
Which really bums out Jimmy, which I can understand, but...
Yeah, that's like his
dude,
best
you just
buddy.
build another one.
I don't know, man. The connection you build with a dog is important, I guess. I wouldn't know. I'm not a dog person.
My dog was living flesh and blood, so that's why I bonded with him.
But when they're in the dungeon, this is what me and Noah were talking about a minute ago. Cindy tries to pep talk Jimmy so he can get them out of this, because really he's the only one that can get them out of this.
Yeah, and he's like, "Why are you being so nice to me?" And she's like, "Well, a lot of people need you, and I do too."
Yeah. So you'll notice a lot more of that in the show, but yeah, that's...
Yeah, we'll get to that.
But like then Jimmy has the idea of...
calling Goddard.
Yeah, calling Goddard.
Like, "Libby, let me see your cell phone." "Oh, okay, but I don't think my service plan covers outside our solar system."
And then, like, he pretends to be like a Ooblar's trying to experiment on him. He opens like...
I was going to take you apart into little tiny pieces.
Yeah, and when he starts doing that, Jimmy pretends to be like
a
voice inside Goddard that's like...
Danger! You have initiated self-destruct sequence alpha.
Ooh,
that's not good!
That's like, ooh, that's my bad. Back in you go.
Self-destruct sequence is now engaged.
No, I put it back in! You understand me?
You understand me?
Like, that's not good!
That's not good! And
you have a nice day.
10, 9. And then, is he gone? Is he gone, boy? Ruff! Alright, get down here. He gets down here, and then he gets confronted by a guard. Goddard, play dead! And because Goddard is a robot, playing dead means he blows up.
Yeah, and reassembles
but he pieces
himself.
himself back together.
Yeah.
Guess I'll make that bug a feature, huh? Then when they free everybody, Jimmy's like, "Hey, Cindy, thanks. If you ever tell anybody I was nice to you, you'll wind up looking like that guy."
There's a
it's
Yoki
the
that's
guard.
out of his exoskeleton.
Come back,
please.
Please.
Then they find this big egg-shaped stadium where they're keeping the parents and this giant egg, and they see them all doing the chicken dance.
Yeah, because they're egg people, so of course they worship a giant freaking chicken.
Yeah, and like, no, my dad actually dances like that.
Dances like that.
It's like,
and then Nick's like Nick he's like the badass. He's like, "I'll do it," and he rushes the guards.
Yeah.
Beats the crap out of them.
Yeah, Cindy's like, my hero.
Then he rushes up to the egg, and when the giant chicken starts hatching, like he just sees the eyes.
Yeah, 3 big eyes. Big 3 eyes on tendrils poke out and look at Nick, and he goes, "Ah!"
Yeah.
My hero?
He's like my hero.
Okay, need a plan.
Nicholas one.
And then the giant chicken emerges from the egg. It's a giant alien chicken-looking thing that's called Pultra.
Big chicken.
And it's like, I guess it's like their god or something? I don't know.
Yeah. Pultra is our god. Oh, I get tired of answering this. Roll tape.
And then I guess what was the plan, to have the parents be like the sacrifice for his dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's when the kids rush in and stop everything. And Jimmy
We're
tells Sheen to go
tough.
get the ship.
We're mean. We're okay, I heard the ship part, but is it Sheen of the ship? But I had no experience. I had no hand-eye coordination. Sheen, ask yourself, what would Ultralord do? I have understood this responsibility under the terms which you have bestowed against me.
That pumped him up. That'd be like you asking me what would Spider-Man do.
Yeah, or asking a Christian what would Jesus do.
Right. Although I never mind. Anyway, yeah, we're carbonated life forms.
Base life. See, this is why Jimmy is so much smarter than everybody else.
Yeah, but they end up taking out most of the Yokians.
Really sticking it to the Yokian guards.
Yeah.
And then, like, Carl's being rushed by two, and Jimmy's like, Carl, show and tell! So he blinds them with his inhaler. You want a piece of me? Carl had some balls.
Yeah. And then Jimmy gets Jimmy gets the remote from one of the guards who's controlling the parents with the egg things on their heads and tries to get them away from Poltra.
Which he does, because Sheen has the ship.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. Poltra kind of got in front of them, and then Sheen came barreling in, right against Poltra's head.
Yeah. Dunk! And then she crashes into the
stock cartoon sound effect.
And then she crashes into the king and Ublar, so Ublar gets knocked out of his exosuit.
Yeah.
Oh, poo.
And then they all get on the ship and escape.
Yeah. To the ships!
And can someone bring me a bucket? Bring a bucket. And then their fleet goes after the kids, and I think they hurtle past the sun, don't they?
Yeah. Who wants fried chicken?
Yeah.
Which
I
meals
am
most
not afraid.
Not afraid of chickens. It's not. Okay, get a little bit afraid of chickens.
And so Jimmy has an idea to use Goddard's flight powers, which he never tested before. Ballsy move there, Neutron.
Yeah, and then he starts rushing towards the last ship, which, has the king in it. Like, ooh, I think he's going to ram us, Ublar. Remind me to clean the windshield later.
And Jimmy says something like,
by the way, before then, the king called him little, so he got all pissy about that.
I might be small, but I've got a big brain. And he grows himself to the size of a planet. Ah! Not tiny!
Not tiny! And then they skid, and the king's like...
Which doesn't make sense, because they're in space.
Couldn't we just call this off and go back to your plan, Universal Brotherhood and whatnot?
And then he rushes past them and
turns... You're nothing the last of us! Jimmy Neutron!
He turns him into egg, like sunny side up or something.
A fried egg, basically.
Yeah. Like, oh, you look marvelous, sir. That's what it is.
You look marvelous, sunny side up, sir. That's no joke. And then on the ship, Jimmy's like, Mom, Dad, I should have listened to you. I'm sorry.
Yeah. He apologizes all as well, and the movie ends on a very hilarious note where Jimmy's mom drinks his experimental burp soda.
And so she's burping her. And then when she sees that it's his, because it has his little insignia on it.
Hugh drinks it, and then he burps and goes, "Ooh, well, looks like a good thing it's coming from the attic, not the basement."
Yeah. Then she sees the insignia. James Isaac Neutron! And then she starts laughing. Everyone starts laughing.
Yeah. And then
it ends with Lil Romeo covering the Will Smith song.
Oh, God, Lil Romeo. Oh, again, you're making me feel old here, man.
We are old. We're 24,
and
dude.
Then there's
I am. You're 23.
I mean, this is technically an end credit scene because there's Miss Fowl on the worm, like.
Honor, Mr. Wiggles. We ride the cafeteria by dawn.
Yeah.
And it's never explained how she grew to her original size because she remains the teacher. I'm assuming
Jimmy fixed her.
Probably, but we don't see it happen.
Yeah, we don't need to.
Sure.
But yeah, I think this movie holds up pretty well, minus the animation.
I like it still. I still watch it every once in a while.
Oh yeah, it's a good movie.
Yep.
And it kickstarted the TV series, which is all right.
Yep. Which we will get to.
Yes, we will review that.
Yes.
But what would you rate this movie, Noah? Almost did it again.
You almost did it again. 9 out of 10, and the -1 is just because, again, the animation isn't terrible, but
It's not really
exactly...
the animation that's the problem. It's the character design.
Yeah, you're right. It's not the animation. It's the character designs that are the problem.
Yeah, I'll give it an 8. Not for any particular reason, just because it's 8.
Okay.
Well, we'll see you next time. I can't believe this is more appropriate. This has never been more appropriate till now to review this movie, but...